Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to play with a palette that I've heard a little controversy over. I absolutely hear both sides of the fence when it comes to Adept cosmetics. I really think it boils down to whether or not the formula works well with your skin type or not. Because some people say the shimmers work well with their skin tone, some say they don't. And I have never had a problem with blending. I've never had a problem with shimmers. So I've heard some back and forth a lot with Adept cosmetics, which typically if a company has a lot of issues, I'll run into at least one palette that I've had problems with. And I don't have them all, but I have several Adept cosmetics palettes. This one, though, a good friend of mine said that they had a horrible time with this palette. And I was like, is that the one I bought? And I was like, yeah. It is. It's the one I bought. And so I'm like, I'm excited to try this one out to see if I have any issues with this palette or not. You already know it's Adept Cosmetics, but it is the Cyborg Choir palette. I bought this at the beginning of the year before I got into my car accident. Some of the things just don't get done. And this was one of them. And so I am excited to dip into this. It looks a little something like this here. You have the mattes on the bottom and then you have the shimmers. I definitely think it is a good color story for me, but I have a full day ahead of me and I thought, yes, today's the day. Let's put on this and let's do a wear test. I want to see what this palette does for me because a lot of people that watch here may have mature skin, may have skin that lines up well with my skin type. You know, that's typically what we gravitate towards. You know, if I'm showing a lot of foundation that is for mature skin and if I'm showing foundation that is more luminous and dewy or whatever because I have dry skin, a lot of times that's the kind of content that you're looking for as well. So you may have a skin type that's closer to mine, where if you have a more oily type and you like the mattifying and all that, you probably won't get to see much of that here on my channel because my skin, again, is so dry. I thought, let's give this a try. Let's try it out for the entire day and come back and see what it has done on my eyes. Again, I'm showing you the color story. I'm going to pop on a look. I'm going to do a simple look. I'm going to do a look that's not complicated. If you were to pick up this palette and want to wear it out or everyday kind of look. So we'll give this a try, do a wear test, come back, and we'll see what it does. At least on my skin. Doesn't mean that it doesn't do it for other people, but that's what we're here for. It's for you guys to be able to come and check things out and see what's going to work best for you. So if you're interested to see how this pans out, then just keep watching. I'm so glad you guys decided to stay. I am going to just do some little quick swatches with you, just kind of get an idea of what some of these shadows look like. We have a yellow, we have a really nice purple, lighter purple. We have this black, but it's more to the gray tone black. And then I have very long nails, so I have to watch what I'm doing here. I have a blue, it's a deep blue, but it's like it's got a purple tone, undertone to it as well. And then you have like this berry tone, which looks kind of a little more pink on screen, but it is definitely a purple berry tone. Very, very pretty. I think I may be using that one today. We'll see. And then let's get into these shimmers. We have Cyber Symphony, and it is a really pretty shiny yellow gold, and it looks like it has like a shift to an orange to it as well. That is gorgeous. Cyberneck Spark, that is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh, glows. Oh, that looks green. Oh, it's blue and teal and purple. And then it looks like green, like a seafoam green on screen. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. That is so stunning. And then Digital Harmony. Oh, that's a soft shadow. So be very delicate with that one. This is so shifty. It has it looks like it has white or silvery white base to it almost, but it shifts to teal and yellow and pink and blue. It is so beautiful. And it has like that glow, like where it glow. Oh, I have an orange shift as well to it. And then we have Pixelated Pulse. Oh, Holographic Dream, Robo Rose. Ooh, that is like a light pink, a dark pink, an orange, and a yellow shift. Oh, that's beautiful. And it's one of the ones that glow. I love their shimmers. I just dipped into Android. I'm kind of out of sync here, but Android Aura, and that is holographic as well, but with the red base. I was really interested in seeing what that one looks like. And so I'm kind of going out of order now. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so stinking pretty. It has the, it's so, so, so pretty. So incredibly laser lights. This one doesn't have like the rainbow holographic, and you can't see it in the screen, but it has like these blue and green sparkles in it as well. So it's silver with like blues and greens. It's very pretty. So, so pretty. Let's go into this one. We'll do the outer edge ones last since I went out of order. This is Voltage Violet. Like one of the, it's pink and purple, kind of like a lavender and a pink shift. And it's one of the ones that glow for sure. Like you can see it. It just looks like it's glowing in the light with the shift. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, and then let's get into the Mechanical Muse. It looks like another. Oh, look at that holographic. Oh, yummy goodness. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, you guys. That is just stunning. I know she's, if a couple of people had issues with this, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to have to really cause some problems for me to say this is difficult because it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so pretty. Binary Beat, which is a very soft one as well. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. Oh my gosh. I don't have anything that looks like this. Oh, wow. So, oh, you get the holographic rainbow goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. And then it also like glows as well. So it has like, and it's like a purple, like a bright purple glow with that rainbow hologram. Oh, you guys see it on there, and I can tell in the camera it's still pretty, but you don't even know how incredibly gorgeous that is. It's beautiful. So there's the swatches. That's the whole palette. Let's just dip into this. Let's get this on our eyes and chit chat with you while I'm putting it on and then I will wear this off camera. We will come back. We'll check in at the end of the night when I've had a full day of wearing this and see what happens. Also, that doesn't necessarily mean that like as I start trying on other shadows and stuff like that, that I don't find something that went wrong, because I'm not going to put them all on my eyes and try them all today. So if something does, make sure that you're following me here and ring a bell and follow me on IG because I'll update. I always update. If I see something going on with a palette or any product that I've tried that no longer performs the way that it did whenever I first reviewed it, I always update. So on a YouTube short or on a Instagram reel or post or story. So just make sure that you follow me over there so that if I see anything that changes with this palette, then I will let you know. I'm going to start out with the lighter purple. I'm going to go in with my tried and true. If I'm trying a palette, this is the eye base that I know for sure works with just about any palette I've ever tried it out with. I really don't even feel like my eyes necessarily need primer just because they're so dry. Also, they just don't have a lot of veining or anything like that going on with the lids. And so sometimes I'm like, do I really need the base? But I figure, if I'm going to try out a palette, I'm going to go ahead and take that extra step. So this is Robotic Fusion that we're going into, and we're just going to outline out where I want this to start, and we're going to go ahead and just use this as, usually I'll put the dark first and then I buff out with the lighter, but this time I'm going to go backwards because why not? I'm going to start with the light and then deepen up as I go and then blend. So like I said, I purchased this a long time ago. And, life happens. I'm just now getting to this. I am excited to try it. So far, this purple is this is the lighter purple, of course, but it's blending out beautifully. I wanted to kind of combine some shades. I just don't want to go too crazy as far as, cut creases or adding all the little extra little special things that I sometimes do in my looks, just so that we can get an idea of how this wears for average every day. I'm going to go in with a little bit smaller brush, and I'm going to go into Synthetic Sound Wave. And I'm going to just kind of tap this right in here. Oh, this is a beautiful shade. Loving this shade. Love this shade. So far, mattes are performing well. Now, if I can get it even, that'll be another story, but that's worker error. Okay, and let me explain how I apply my shadows, and this may have something to do with the fact of how there's very few eyeshadow palettes that ever crease on me, even though I have very hooded eyes, is I pack my crease. Like, I don't just, put the eyeshadow on. I go back in several times and I keep adding to that crease. I want as much eyeshadow in that area as possible. And the reason why I do that is because, well, if you have a crease and you have a hooded eye, then as you're open, close, that eyeshadow will transfer. But if you pack it, it usually will just keep transferring without creasing. And so I always make sure that it's dark and it's full of shadow. And that's why you'll never see me tap off my brush. You'll never see me do that because I want all of that pigment going into my eye look. And I am going around today. I'm going to not be at home. I'm going to be running around, and I'm also going to be going out with my husband tonight. And so I'm going to have a full day of going out with my husband and running around today. And so I definitely will be able to give these a good fair shot. And you're seeing me apply this how I normally do, and that's tapping it. And once I get the shape of the darker shade, which this is a beautiful darker shade, and I probably don't even need to darken it up even more, even though I probably will. But after I get that shape, I will go back out with that lighter one and kind of buff the edges as well. But I wanted multiple layers. That's kind of why I went in with the lighter shade, because I want to see, okay, does this blend lighter to darker and darker to lighter? So we're going to do both. Adept is one of my favorite brands, and I'm dipping into that lighter purple, and I do have a code with them, and I do not get PR from them or anything like that. Not that should that matter. It does not matter here on my channel, whether I get PR, whether I got an affiliate code. It does not matter. I'm going to tell you if I like something or if I don't like something. I'm big on making sure that you guys don't spend your money on stuff that you don't end up liking, and that can still happen, because just because I like it doesn't mean that you're going to like it, and it's, going to work exactly the same for you. But I'm going to tell you my opinion. That's all I can do. I can't foresee the future and tell you if it's going to work great for you or not. But I am going to tell you the truth of how my experience was. That's all I can do. This is so pretty. I am having a wonderful time blending out these shadows. So far, so good for the mattes. And I don't think it was necessarily about the blending, which I've heard people have issues with the blending. But it was more about, I believe it was more about the shimmers either wearing off or creasing. So hopefully it doesn't wear off and we don't get any creasing. Blended out beautifully. I have to go into that binary beat, and yeah, we're going to do that for sure. I'm going to put that all over my lid. I'm going to use a sponge tip applicator. Sometimes I feel like I want to put a little bit of tackiness on my lid, and I could, but no, let's just use it by itself. And then if I need to come back and do another look and use a sticky base, then we'll do that. So I'm going to just put it on like it is with my sponge tip applicator. So incredibly beautiful, and I just have to wear it. And this one is not picking up very well with my sponge tip applicator because it's a little more flaky. So it's going to do better with the warmth of your finger, but I have these long nails on. Okay, let me see if I can. My goodness. Okay, I might spray it. Well, I have some up on my flat brush. Okay, yeah, we got that going. I don't normally use flat brushes, but this may be the better for this flakier shadow. Oh my goodness, it is so incredibly stunning. It is so stunning, so incredibly stunning. I did say I was going to use that black, so I am going to go in and deepen up just that inner corner, or that outer corner. I feel like I do have some fallout on my face, but I do feel like this may work better with a glitter glue or wetting the brush. But just for creasing's sake, I just want to give it the pure form. You know what I mean? Do it with the pure form first, and then maybe do multiple looks with this one. I might just add it to this video, or I might do a separate video. We'll play it by ear. This is flakier, this binary bead. I don't think all of them are like this, but I can imagine most people are going to want to play with this one because it is a stunning shade. It is so incredibly beautiful. See, I do have a lot on my face right now. I'm going to take a smaller brush here, and I'm going to go into Boring Circuit, and I'm just going to tap on this corner leading up to where that shade is. But I could see people that don't like glitter not liking this shade just because it flakes off so much that it might be reminiscent of glitter. If I do a second look, I want to go in and use that and see if it makes a difference for the fallout, or spray the brush or anything like that, you know? Just this first time, I don't want to add any extra so we can get an idea of what to expect. Okay, I do like that black. The mattes, they're blending beautifully, so I'm not sure if anybody had any problems with that, but I am not having any problems with the mattes at all. They're gorgeous. Another little small brush with that lighter purple up here. Just kind of fan that out a little bit. So, so, so pretty. It glows, but it also has that holographic. It is so, so pretty. See, I feel like they needed to have more binder almost like in this shade. I mean, it's creamy, like it moves around and everything, and I think that if I could use my finger, I would have a better process as well of putting it on. This is a messy shade, so if this is what's bothering people, I can see where this bothers people. It's a beautiful shade, but it is a messy shade. So if you're into having a very clean look, don't do your foundation ahead of time, that kind of stuff. If you're, bent on not wanting it to fall anywhere on your face, then this may not be the palette for you. Okay. Taking a brush to wipe away, and I still got a purple glow going on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so foundation ahead of time is just not gonna be in the cards if you use that, at least that shade. Okay, so if that is a no-go, then this one may not be for you. I did do my foundation ahead of time just because I knew I was going to be focusing in on this palette and wanted to get enough time without making the video long. So I'll just reapply my makeup down there. That doesn't bother me, but it bothers a lot of people. But I don't use powder, so it's very easy for me to reapply foundation. I can get it if you put on foundation and then you set your face with powder. Taking that off, reapplying that would be annoying. So I'm not saying that that's not an annoying process, because I can see where that would be, but I don't. So therefore, it's just a matter of me putting a little bit more foundation on and then just going over those areas, and I don't have to worry about anything to do with powder or anything like that, because I didn't put anything. I don't wear concealer, I don't wear powder, or bronzer, and I haven't put on my blush yet, so it really is an easy little voila, we're done. Okay, all right, this is going to be a very interesting review, you guys. I'm excited to see what happens at the end of the night, for sure. So now that we're done with that, I'm just going to take a oval brush, pick up some of that synthetic sound wave. I'm going to take it like that there. I always spray my mattes up underneath, and the reason why I do that is it gives it full pigmentation and it wears all day. So that is what I need today. That's what we're going to do. It also helps to keep from the mattes falling down onto your face, mainly like as you're smiling and stuff like that. And I'm just going to wipe that off. And then I'm going to go into the Digital Harmony And I want to try to run that. That's a very flaky, soft shadow as well, but I'm going to spray this one because it's going underneath. So we're going to kind of be able to see what happens when you spray them. I probably shouldn't have put my foundation on yet. This is super pink, and I do not really like how pink looks. It's like glowing pink in person, and I don't like how that looks on my underneath. So this is where you wing it, right? So I'm going to spray it, and I'm going to do the other side, but then I'm going to go in with another color on top. So we're going to double layer this. I'm going really slow because I want to try to not get any more down onto my foundation. So now I'm going to go in, I think I'm going to go in with Pixelated Pulse. Go ahead and go top of that Digital Harmony just because I didn't realize it was going to show up so pink. When you have shifty shades, you never know what you're going to get. See, I've got a little bit that fell out down there. So the shimmers are super delicate and difficult. I can see where this is probably the reason behind some of what I'm hearing. It doesn't scare me away from it unless by the end of the night, this palette, like this eyeshadow look is like all over my face or something like that. It doesn't shy me away from it. I think I'm going to need to look at which way is going to be the easiest to apply these, which may mean definitely maybe some glitter glue or some sort of grippy, because it does have the tendency to fall. And I'm going to go in with some more of that matte and just kind of combine it in with that shade that I just put on. That the sparkles move. So like I'm going in with my matte, trying to mesh it into where I put that sparkle shade, and now it's moving over into that matte. So you're just going to get a really sparkly look out of this for sure. I can see where this is triggering for people that cannot stand glitter because it is a shade that has those sparkles in it that are not necessarily glitter, but it's going to remind a lot of people of the ColourPop glitter days, and that's what ruined everybody. Thanks, ColourPop. All right. So this is going to be pretty much my look. I'm going to pop off camera. I'm going to do like my liner and the rest of my face because we're just here for the palette. So I'm going to finish up this look. I'm going to pop back on and we'll talk a little bit about what I put on to add to this look. And then we will go and I will tell you exactly how many hours that has passed whenever I come back to check in, and we'll take a look. We'll see what happens with the creasing. Or if this just falls all over my face, we'll take a look at that too. So I will see you after I have the rest of my makeup on. I'll see you in a few. Okay, guys, this is my final look. I'm loving how it turned out, okay? And let's go over a little bit about what I used off camera. I am using on my face the Haas Labs foundation. It's really gross around the pump, so just ignore that. And that is in 110 Light Neutral. I'm wearing the Melt Cream Blush in the Blush Light in Daydreamer. And then for the lippy, I'm wearing a NARS lippy. Particular one is in London Calling. It's very pretty, matches up really well with this look. Of course, I'm wearing my ABH setting spray, but I'm going to get up close so that we can get a good look of, I have a little bit of sparkle on my face already, but we need to, pay attention to how much falls down like throughout the day and throughout the night as I wear this when I come back. So, and I'll close my eyes, let you see the eyeshadow as far as, where the creases are and what it looks like. And so let's take a look. So first off, just showing you the eyeshadow, the shimmer. I already have a little bit right in here as far as a little bit of, sparkles, and then down onto the face. There's just a few. Let's see if we can get the light to catch it. There's just a few like that have fallen down, but we have it right in here, of course. So yeah. That is what it looks like, so we can compare when I get back and find out what it wore like throughout the day. I will see you on the next check-in. Okay, guys, it has been 10.5 hours, and this is what you get, like dusted and crusted, man. I have been out in the wind. It has been a crazy day today. Wore this all day. My lip, like you guys, I didn't touch up nothing. So you're going to get The lips, exactly the way I left them. I'd left my entire face alone.
So you're going to get a true blue check-in, and I'm going to get up close for your enjoyment and for my terror for you guys to be able to see.
Honestly, I think it wore really well. I would just say that if you don't like, I mean, it didn't have a huge amount of glitter fallout on my face, but some. And I do have to also say that some of that might be because like the inner corner of my eye itched and I have these long nails on, so I might have even knocked some of that down myself. I mean, there's a couple times I feel like I didn't even pay attention that I was trying to keep from touching my eyes and stuff. Like, I don't look that great close up. You guys will be able to see. But, you know, hey, this is wear test. So let's take a look. And I changed clothes because it's late. I don't see any major anything. Maybe just a hair over here, just like right in there, but barely anything. So I'm thinking it works pretty well. I would just say that like a little bit of that sparkle fall out onto my face, but that's it. I don't know. It worked pretty darn good for me. Now, I'm going to do another look. I won't include it in this video because I want it to not be a very long video. Like, do a different eye look. Try to do with the glitter glue and see if we can get less of the fallout in the beginning. But yeah, that might be what I try to do because I don't want to necessarily use the same shadows, which those are those two there, but I can still maybe get ones that are a little bit more to the flakier. You know, they're not all going to be the same, that we're getting the same result. I could use different mattes, but then the same shimmers in the second look, which I might just do. I might just use a different color story and use the same exact shimmers, but use glitter glue the next time. That's what I'll do. So be looking forward to that. I'm talking it through with you guys, and it's late, so my brain is all over the place, a little scattered, a little tired. I am very tired. So it is time to go to bed. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I think the wear test went really well. And I really feel like it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. And I thought I was just going to have a ton of sparkles. I do have some on my face. I can see it. But it's really not that bad. I think it was pretty good with my lids. Somebody else might have a different opinion. And if they were talking about the fallout and the glitter in the beginning where I had to clean up and reapply my foundation, I could see where that would irritate somebody as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a wear test with Adept Cosmetics. Tell me down below, have you tried their brand? Do you like their brand? Tell me your thoughts. Do you have this palette? I'd love to hear your feedback on this palette as well. So, and I do have a code with them. It is code Debutawn. It saves you 10%, but I don't get PR from them. I purchased this all on my own, but it doesn't matter either way. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether I get PR or if I don't get PR, that's just what I do. So, but the code is there in case you would like to save a little money if you're looking into doing something with Adept Cosmetics. And until the next time, guys, I hope glitter catches your eye, but doesn't go in it. Take care. Bye-bye.